off, we're going to start with the wheels. So you want to just take off the smallest slice you think you can. Cut on top of a piece of scrap. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this piece here. It's actually from the set. Cutting on top of another piece, your cuts are always cleaner on the bottom and it just makes life easier. So put those aside for now. Alright, so now the next thing is we've got to take a piece of this. Actually, I'm going to take a piece of scrap and I got to cut a little tiny sliver off. Not very much at all. And this is where you can have a little bit of artistic license to how you angle those. Now the next most important step is you got to make your wings. Now you could take stack two and make fat wings. I'm actually going to just do a single wing. I think if we just cut this right in half, a good way to guess half is if you just fold it and you go like that. That's half. Right? Or you can eyeball it. But if you're not having success eyeballing it, just do the little fold trick. You know, if you want to slow down and make this nicer, feel free. But I'm showing you that you don't have to. Okay, so we're going to start by, let's figure out about how far back and forth we want this to be here from the front. I'm going to go about here. And we're going to, this is actually the bottom. Now, for speed of sake, I mean, I could hammer. I'm not going to. I'm just going to push them in because I'm able to. Don't expect a child to be able to do what I'm doing. Halfway, figure out what halfway is. Okay. Do that. So now that we have these two pieces, the next thing you want to do is you want to put them together. You want to figure out what that distance is, right? You mark that like that. And we need to cut 4 of these. So to make it easier, just take the first one, cut the second one, use the first one again, cut the third one, move on to another log. I think it's easiest just to go ahead and pre-punch these. So I usually just eyeball halfway, and you want to try to mirror over here as best possible. Again, if you want to measure, feel free. You just hammer on these posts. So for this wing here, you're going to want a mirror image, and this will just help me estimate about where to put these. Don't try to line it up with the ends because they might be wiggling like that. Try to start from this side of the wing. Kind of halfway and lined up. Now if you want, you can kind of tweak the wings. If you want to put another nail in here to hold that together, you can. I don't think that's in the instructions, but you know, whatever. Alright, boom. Now take a piece of your scrap, make your propeller. Oops, this is again where it's a lot easier to cut on top of a piece of scrap than the tabletop. Oh, you want to get crazy, go crazy, and put an angle on it. Again, it's easier just to go ahead and guess here. Guess about halfway. Figure we want our wheels to be about like this. You can see I'm not very exacting, but you don't need to be. This is supposed to be fun. You can actually use a piece of scrap from before. I need to add this to here. I'm going to put one big one in the middle. And now when I add this, I'll add one on this side. And one on this side. So if you see there's two nails here and then the other one's here in the middle, so they kind of miss each other. So now we've got that. We're getting closer. So again, just take this last little piece here. That looks pretty good. You know what? I think that's a little wide. A hack here. And then take a piece. If you want to make your trimming easy, take this piece, flip it over here. And now you've got a template for the other side. Boom. And if it's not quite right, you can kind of eyeball from here to here. Maybe just trim off this hair. Good enough, right? Right. Alright. So using a bit of this. Might as well cut a little angle on the tail. Might be a bit tall. Alright. So now we got to attach this. So I think I kind of like it a little bit further back, right? So again, I'm going to actually vary a little bit from their specs. I'm going to put nails in here. Front, so it doesn't pivot. I think it would also be fun to come in here and just do that. Now I got a little angle back here. That looks kind of cool, right? Boom, biplane.